Hello my friends, I'm Andreea Astrologer and welcome to this new update in regards to eclipses. And we do have our second and the last eclipse of the year. Actually it's the second in September, and this is a partial solar eclipse in the tropical sign of Virgo at the anaretic degree, 29th degree, the last degree of the tropical zodiac sign of Virgo. Which means that we will have to close an era of development and go to the next one. And this will happen with some sacrifice, some type of crisis that would really instill change in the society as such, but also in crypto, and this is very important. So stay with me to explore at first the astrological significance of this with the stars behind and what story do they tell us, and also what impact it can have on crypto as such and on Bitcoin, especially on the day. Before we dive into all this, I would like to say that the eclipse is not valid only for the day when it takes place, but it's actually activated for 6 months to even 1 year from the moment the eclipse happens, and it can be felt also before. I am sure you will recognize some trends that are already unfolding in our lives. So let's see what happens at the moment of the solar eclipse. We have the chart for 21st of September 2025 with the location London, UK. It is actually taking place at 19:43 p.m. And this is the UTC time zone, so it will be for the British summertime 2043. You can ignore the ascendant and the clock phases, but let's focus on the planets and the stars behind. So this is a sidereal chart, northern Indian style with the Lahiri Ayanamsha configured like this for the moment of the eclipse. And it is important to see especially the sun and the moon, which are together, and it is the tropical sign of Virgo, but also the sidereal sign of Virgo. As you can see, it is a new moon phase that is very powerful. It's on steroids. Still the eclipse is partial, so it's not a total solar eclipse, just to have this in mind. So this means that we need to look at the positions of the sun and the moon further in terms of the stars. And for this we look at the nakshatra table, which is here below, and we can see that the sun and moon are both in the Uttara Falguni nakshatra. And it is really a story of contracts and of consulting, of a new era, I would say, of tokenization that we already start seeing. Uttara Falguni is also linked to human resources in general, which means that we will notice a lot of development on the job markets, but we need to experience some type of sacrifice, letting go, some churn before the new beginning can really unfold in this area. And this is given by the fact that we see an out of sign conjunction in the sidereal zodiac, basically between the sun, moon, and Ketu. Yeah, it's a wide one. Therefore, we have also the partial eclipse actually, and this Ketu talks about sacrifice, about letting go, about letting something behind. So we need to close something in order to start something new. And I think with the advent of AI, we understand quite well what is bound to happen in the next 6 months to 1 year. That would be the time span of this eclipse. And we see here a very important area as well for the smart contracts. The smart contracts are really the future on the blockchain. This is basically the message of this eclipse, due to the fact that Uttra Falguni linked to contracts is also linked to some official documents, tokenization on the chain of identity. So even human identity, the society, the building blocks of society, and the area where these will be trusted, also the repository of trust, I would say, will switch from paper to digital format to a secured blockchain, and with smart contracts being the highlight. And talking about smart contracts, we can also talk about investing and the world of finance as such. Due to the fact that we have Ketu together with Venus, as we see in a wide conjunction still, so it will take some time to arrive there, we can see that any Venus-related matters which are really concerning cryptocurrency and currency would be rather decentralized. Why I say that? Ketu would really show this decrease in a certain type of power, so to speak, associated with Venus. And it is really noticeable the fact that Venus is in the Magha nakshatra. Magha is the kingship. It's the nakshatra of the king. It's centralization. So now Ketu will diminish it. And why are these linked? It is a link because we do have Ketu in the Purva Falguni nakshatra, which is ruled by Venus, exactly. So this is the story behind this eclipse and what it tells us for us and for crypto. So I think it will be a strong rise of decentralized finance, finally would say, because we have it in the background really growing and shrinking since years, but now I think we will have to deal with a breakthrough in this. Now, what is the impact of this eclipse for the Bitcoin horoscope on the day? And again, this will be activated for 6 months to a year ahead. We do have more bearish influences. So first of all, in the global astrology, we do have an opposition between Saturn, which is a regulatory authority, the law basically, that is opposing the sun and the moon, which really try to have a new beginning. So this means we have some restrictions, we need to let something go. So this is again the message. The fact that Saturn opposes the sun and the moon shows some type of negative sentiment and fear in the markets, so it's a slowdown for sure. More than that, on the day, for several hours during the day, we do have the moon opposing Uranus. This is exact in the Bitcoin horoscope, and it will instill negative volatility. We can have a sudden flash dump. It would happen early UTC in the AM hours, and I think it is also possible that it happens a day before, so just be prepared for this. We do have also 2 day level aspects in the Bitcoin horoscope, which point towards a slowdown and negative influences. One of them is Mercury square Mars. This means that we have volatility induced by negative news. And we have also Mars square Jupiter in the BTC chart, which means that we do have fluctuations to the market cap of BTC, which means that we can have also significant price developments, as it is the case usually with variations in the market cap. Nevertheless, the whole magnitude will depend on the volume transacted on the day, and it is a Sunday, like most interesting astrology this year. Therefore, we have delays and it's more difficult to predict, but expect this on Monday, when we will have normal volume basically, and an extraordinary event on Sunday on the 21st of September. UTC is also not excluded with this configuration, so be aware of that. So this is an energy that will prevail in the background in the next month, but we do have also other major influences that are quite bullish. So I think we will have the bullish note for Q4, but we will have a diminishing influence. So the price target will not be the optimal, the maximum possible. That would be the message the stars have. Thank you so much for your attention, for your time, for liking and subscribing. I appreciate that. It helps this channel. And until next time, be joyful. See you.